Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're back. This is Happy Hour TV. I'm sitting here with Cloudboy and, of course, Lunar.
This is Lunar back here. I'm drinking.
He's mixing up for all of us, but he's already started, as you can tell. Ray, what do we got coming up?
What do we have coming up tonight? We have comedian Lavell Crawford. You've seen him on HBO specials, and especially he won Last Comic Standing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we went out to the Baltimore Comedy Factory, interviewed Lavell. Very nice guy, amazing show. Unfortunately, we couldn't get footage from his show because he's about to have another HBO special coming up. However, we did touch a little bit about his show, and also we got stuck in the dark at the Comedy Factory.
We've got exclusive footage of us because they locked the doors and turned off all the lights, not realizing we're still in there interviewing the guy.
Wow.
So there's just footage of us trying to find our way out of this dark building.
Yeah, unfortunately it was longer, but once we finally came to and realized that it was pitch black, we realized that the camera had a light on it. And we're like, wait a minute. After I almost fell down the steps to my death.
So you guys pretty much had a Paranormal Activity kind of movie. What was that movie in the woods? Blair Witch Project kind of thing where all you used was a camera.
Yeah,
God,
that terrible movie.
That was horrible.
I gotta hit you with a bottle for even bringing it up.
No, because ours... Ow!
In the ear.
Ours is better.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Lavell Crawford.
The fans deserved it.
That's high-tech equipment. Hey, Ray, punch him in.
Don't do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lavell Crawford.
What's up, guys? This is Ray. This is Happy Hour TV. I am sitting here with comedian Lavell Crawford. Lavell, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm fine, Ray. How are you? Out here hoping we don't get electrified. Hope this ain't the end of the world. I mean, maybe we got it all wrong. It's supposed to happen today because it's storming like a son of a
We were here for your performance. Awesome. Probably one of the best performances I've seen in a very, very long time.
Well, thank you, man. I've been out here touring as a single Chippensdale's dancer, and I'm glad you guys liked my body. I really haven't been committed to my vegetarian diet that I proclaim helped my shape, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, you loved it up close. I was up in your face wiggling my and you didn't move, so appreciate that.
Now, you were on Last Comic Standing. How was it on Last Comic Standing with all the other comics that were on the show with you and all that?
Well, you know, being on Last Comic Standing, it hurt my feet because I'm heavy and I don't like to stand on my feet a lot of times, so I'm glad I wasn't the last comic standing. It was a great experience, though, man. You know, I had a good time on there. I hated losing, though. My mom and them was crying, and you know, when you come out in the grand finale and you lose, it's almost like being in the World Series, one out away from winning it all, and then you do a bunt and picks it up as a bunt, and you bunt out, and your team just look at you like, so you lost it for us. We prayed. God was on our side. That always bothered me, like when two teams would pray, like, who God got to really figure out who. Both these guys love me. What should I do? Then they had to go through your taxes, who watched porn last night. You know, see, you know, you got to find whoever sinned on there. So if everybody ain't on the altar cord, somebody's going to up the win. But, you know, it was a good experience, though, man. I got in households that never knew nothing about Lavell Crawford. I mean, I was up in Beverly, Massachusetts, and people was holding signs up, and I had never been no Beverly, Massachusetts, but they were loving my dirty draws and was like, "Well, come over for dinner." And I mean, you know, I didn't want to scare white people. Like, give me some more goddamn mashed potatoes. You know, we made collard greens. Do you like collard greens? Ma'am, I would have ate some pork and beans. I'd have ate some meatloaf, man. But it's been a great experience, man, and I haven't stopped yet. I mean, it seems like it's just been a downhill experience ever since. I mean, just cruising on.
Now, you were talking about the dirty drawers. Is that where the bag came from?
Well, you know, basically that was just a joke talking about getting paid, but cause if I fall on you, I would you up and you would have a bag. It's a colostomy bag, and I really get it from my grandmother when she was alive. God rest her soul, she had a bag, you know, and it was a colostomy bag, and we was in there with her talking, and it was just farting while we talked to her. It was like, I love you, Grandma. Oh, baby, God is going to be with us, and, you know, I'm like, God, this is disgusting, and just keep flying out of her side pocket, you know, while we trying to talk about the Lord, you know, and all, and I, you know, after a couple of farts, you're gonna laugh. I mean, no matter how sick she was, you know, she the last fart before she died was real epic. So that's where I get bag story from. I mean, everybody that has seen one, they are funny. they stink. They don't give you an odorless bag though. The bags stink like I'm like, damn, Jesus Christ! All these odorless trash bags they got now, they can give her an odorless colostomy bag.
Now, you also mentioned during our show that your mom was with you. Does your mom come to every show with you? Does she travel along with you everywhere you go?
Primarily, it depends. Like when I do one night, it's like theaters and stuff. She don't come, but she's on a fix and come, so I'm helping her fix it. She's not out here for free. She's selling merchandise, and she's on the bubble. I'm about to outsource and hire me an Indian woman. But right now, she's on the road with me right now. She comes out. Everybody wants to come out every once in a while. Act like it's a vacation or something. We want to go out of town with you. Hey, but I'm the only one doing all the work. But my wife comes sometimes with me. Since we got a little boy now, she don't come as much. But sometimes we bring the whole family, man. But yeah, my mom, she's out here pushing T-shirts and bootleg DVDs, selling anything I got out there, marshmallows, hot dogs. Prostitutes, whatever's available, tattoos. We'll do a tattoo for you with a hot hanger and some expired ink.
Now, speaking of your family, you brought up a story earlier of you and a water slide. You had a very traumatic experience with a water slide, and what was going through your mind when you were coming down the slide and you were getting stuck in the tunnel?
I just was hoping I wouldn't go too fast where I fly off of it and bounce over to the other slide and bounce back and then fall off right in that wood chip down at the bottom, fall hard and I'm wet. Now I got sticky wood chips on my back and looking horrible, shorts all ripped off. That's what I really was worried about, because they don't have no seat belts or nothing. They just say keep your arms in, but you're a fucking torpedo going like about 9 miles an hour. Then that tunnel, I didn't even wait at the tunnel. I forgot all about that and they ripped my clothes off and everything. I mean, it looked crazy. It's a true story, too.
Now, with your shows, I know you've been to all kinds of places. You talked about how you've never been to Bethlehem before. What's by far probably one of the scariest or craziest things you've seen while you've been on the road traveling around the shows?
Craziest thing I've seen? Man, I've seen a lot of weird I have. Swear. I seen a guy, a celebrity, he's a big-time celebrity, take a on the highway. Yeah, Mike Epps. Mike Epps from Friday, Day from Friday, he right on the highway once. He had ate Popeye's chicken and it didn't agree with him, and he said he got and right on the highway. I mean, and he was and it was amazing how much concentration he really had because this big diesel truck came past where the limo was, and and he still shit. And because they would have locked me up. If I'd heard that truck, it would have just locked my bowels up. But he kept shitting. That was a crazy time. I seen a lady lay out in the middle of the floor and go full throttle sleep. Sleep. Laid in the floor with her purse while the show was going on and went to sleep right there in the middle of the show. Like she had no rest. That was the most comfortable place she ever been, is at a comedy show. This lady can sleep in a crack house. Put her right there in the main society, right there with all the dogs about to go on for the gas. She could go to sleep. This lady was incredible.
Now, I noticed, speaking of the crowd, I noticed that you were able to work the crowd very, very well. How's your interaction? Like, do the people take very well when you interact and talk to them in the crowd?
Working the crowd, sometimes it can be great. Something like I was in Los Angeles, I did this show, and this guy was speaking, he was going to sleep. So I was teasing him, like, why are you so tired? You just get off of work? He said, yeah. I said, what do you do? He said, he owns his own business. I said, what do you do for a living? He said, he sets out cones. So I said, you the cone setter out for the highway? I said, man, boy, I guess your can't be doing that while you drive. You should have changed jobs and work as a mattress tester. Oh, this was fantastic. Because I just can't see you out there with the cones, like driving the cone, like, oh, shit, oh, and then he's going to sleep, and then the next night he's driving home and he runs over a cone and he drags it all the way to his house. Who's like set this cone out? Oh, it was me, So but sometimes I have people out there. This guy looked like he's straight out of Twilight, like he was a vampire or something, and he just was not enjoying the show, and I with him for a minute, and he just looked at me with these evil eyebrows like, I know you're not talking to me, and he glamored me or something, because I looked up, he had disappeared and turned into a bat and flew out of the chimney. I swear to God. I don't know if that really happened, but that's what I felt what happened. He bit this girl, and then he left.
Now, LeVar.
He's very sexy, though.
Very sexy.
It used to be scary and bite your neck off. Now they hot.
Well, make sure when you go back to the hotel room, he's not waiting in there for you.
Do I look like a LeVar? People can't get my name right. Lavalier, Lollipop. One dude just called me Jack. That's it. That does not sound like Lavell.
Lavell, it's been an honor. Where can the people at home, of course, find you online, and where can they see you on TV and all that?
Well, you can go to my YouTube channel. I got Lavell Crawford TV on there. I also got Lavell the Comic, THALAVEL THACOMIC at twitter.com. You can hit me on Facebook. Go to my fan page. My wife is on my regular page, so we don't have no room for friends. So go to my fan page, and you can just become my friend, become a fan. Or you can go to my website, lavellcrawford.net. I didn't want .com because I'm married now. I don't like comment everywhere. So I like to put everything in the net. So basically, that's where you can catch me at. You can catch me on stage near you. Catch me on Breaking Bad, the new season. I'm playing Huel again, and hopefully I'll get the end of the season by killing somebody. Because I just found out Ted Beneke is alive, so he didn't die. So that's a good thing. I hope he don't press charges.
Thanks a lot, Lavell. It's been an honor and a privilege.
All right. Thank you.